There's something about writing a letter, crafting knickknacks, and wrapping gifts that add a personal touch, making me feel more connected, especially this holiday season. Hi, I'm Christine Jacob Sandejas, and join me as I revisit the simple joys of creating art and how they can inspire us to go where our heart takes us.
As a child, I love making items with my hands. And so on this episode of Shopping for the Holidays, I go around the metro and take a look at how these specialty stores have evolved. And I also get to speak with creative individuals who have found inspiration in them to pursue their passion. Our first guest, well, he's extremely creative and he's a master crafter.
Rajo Laurel is one of the most celebrated and respected designers in the country. At the young age of 11, Rajo already knew what he wanted to be and credits his creativity and inspiration to the arts.
First of all, thank you so much for, the holiday season. Normally everybody is so busy, but you're able to find time to sit down with me for a while and help me with my drawing here.
Thank you. I'm here to help you.
Yes, I need a lot of help. But, one thing that's interesting about you is that you have been in the business for, over 2 decades.
Yes, I'm celebrating my 25th anniversary next year.
Congratulations. And still you know how to be relevant and have remained relevant to the times. Can you take me back to when you first discovered that you wanted to be a designer or you were excellent at drawing?
My first design actually was for my sister's Barbie dolls.
Okay.
I would steal them because I hated what they were wearing. So I would sort of in the middle of the night get them and sort of sketch and already think about what I was going to do for their Barbie dolls. I was probably maybe 8 or 9.
Okay.
And I remember because I was so scared because sort of they'd find out and get so upset.
Yeah.
But, thankfully they sort of enjoyed it and loved the process as well.
But have you always known how to draw?
I really liked drawing as a child, but my parents, I was very fortunate enough to be able to sort of have parents who were very supportive, who put me through painting classes, drawing classes.
So it helps. It helps for a designer to actually know. Can I be a designer without knowing kind of how to draw?
You can, but it might be difficult. Okay. Essentially, illustrating or drawing is a means to sort of transfer what's in your head to another person. If you can explain what's in your head without actually illustrating it, it can happen. But it's better when another person sees what you're actually doing rather than just it's stuck in your mind.
Okay.
So it's a matter of making it more clear to another person. So that's why it's important.
When you were doing all of this, did you have any fears? Was there...
in the beginning, none whatsoever. In fact, I think the beauty about starting so early was that I'm able to sort of do whatever I want without actually being worried about. I'm actually more worried now. I'm actually more scared now because there's more responsibility at hand and there's more people who are looking at what you're doing. But when you're young and you're basically unafraid to do anything what you want, and there's some freedom to that.
Yeah. But then, so now, how has art actually helped you get to where you are today?
Art is very important because it made me express myself much better. It made me sort of be the person who I am today. It's a way to sort of really express what I want inside. And I think it made me very successful primarily because I was unafraid to show how I feel. And it was a means to sort of be confident about what I do. And I think those factors helped a lot.
It's interesting when you talk about your fears, maybe of pressure, but was there also a fear of running out of inspiration? Did you ever get the point oh my God, I have nothing else to create?
I get afraid of losing inspiration because there's always a deadline. Thankfully, my industry, you always need something immediately. So I have to push myself.
Or I come, Rock, can you please create something for me that nobody has? I want to be one of a kind. You're oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can.
And then, because it depends on the person actually wearing it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then you ask questions. For instance, why one of a kind? I ask you, where are you wearing it? Who's going to be there? And then all of that information adds to that whole process of collaboration and being creative.
Okay, and speaking of creative, he has actually, I told you that this is my painting or my drawing. I don't know. I was supposed to be a person. He's supposed to help me draw.
Well, I'm drawing
a face.
Yeah, a face. So, you're doing quite well.
Okay, if you say so. I don't know, but I can't draw that well, but I can understand where you can get a sense of, it's like an escape. It's a way for you to de-stress.
It's really a means to escape our mundane lives.
Well, another means to escape, of course, is shopping.
Yes.
I like to shop. So I want to ask you, do you have maybe your Christmas wish list this year? Do you have a favorite one?
I'm very difficult to buy gifts for because I'm very particular. I usually ask for handkerchiefs or
because
socks.
no one ever gives it to you.
Yeah, nobody gives it to me. Yeah. But if there was a Christmas wish list, Karen Dash has this sort of like color pencil box that has about maybe 500 colors. Okay. I want Santa to give me that. If Santa listens to me, I want Santa to give me that. So it's like this, but more colors, like 4 layers of colors.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down with
My
us
pleasure.
and for sharing, of course, your talent and your passion with all of us here. I enjoyed having you.
It's you.
Oh, it's me. I want that sign and I'm going to frame it to look like me. All right, there you go. Thank you so much. And of course, up next, I sit down with another creative individual, of course, whose passion for life makes her a certified lifestyle guru. Find out who she is when we return. Welcome back. Are you still with me, Christine Jacobs Sandejas, and I sure hope you are enjoying your holiday shopping with us so far. Well, earlier we got to sit down and talk with Rajo Laurel, and now it is our time to speak with another inspiring and creative individual who I'm sure is no stranger to words.
Before conquering the world of makeup, former model Rissa Mananquil Trillo wrote her way to the top as a columnist in one of the country's leading newspapers. But her love for words never left her, and today she'll be sharing her story with me.
Hi, Rissa, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on your show.
Thank you for being with us today. Now, I want to ask you, you currently write for the Philippine Star.
Yes.
You have a column. Now, do you have a recollection of the first time you started to write?
My first memory of writing was actually a gift from Santa. I think I was 4 or 5, and I remember rushing to our front door and I saw a huge item wrapped for me. My brother and sister got their dream toys. When I opened mine, it was a study table.
Okay.
So I got the message, but I fell in love with it.
Really?
It was the type that it was a wooden study table. You open it, there was chalk, and I would sit there, and I guess that's how I first fell in love with writing.
What is it about writing that you love so much?
I don't know. I think it's an outlet for my excess energy or a way to release creativity because growing up, I really loved reading and I get to express myself when I write. So when I was grade school, I would write my own short stories, poems, and sell them, make my own newspaper. So I like, I guess that was the start of the entrepreneurial side of me as well as writing. And then when I was grade 6, I got my first interview published. I got to interview prima ballerina Lisa Macuja. It was someone I looked up to so much because I was taking up ballet and I just dreamed to meet her after a show. And I watched all her performances and I knew the questions I wanted to ask.
And you mentioned earlier also about something about reading. And how has reading books actually helped you? Do you think it's a dying art these days, or?
I don't think so, because reading really takes you to a place that no other medium can take you. You know, without seeing or hearing or feeling things, you have to let your mind imagine and be creative, and that's a totally different kind of experience for a person. So sometimes you just get lost. So reading really takes you to a totally different place. You can, you know, only words can take you to.
I have to agree, and I encourage, kids and of course everybody, just keep reading it.
Yeah.
It really broadens your mind, your imagination. But you mentioned something about a study table.
Yes.
Is there anything else, your writing instrument that would inspire you? Would you like to have a new pen each time you write? Is there a secret formula?
When it comes to writing, I think that's the artistic side of me. I'm not the type that it's an automatic. I sit down and write. I also have to be in the right mood. Sometimes when I'm in the best mood, all the best ideas rush into my mind. Or I'm also the type, in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock, I'll remember something, I want to write it down. That's
How
right.
about writer's block? Have you ever had?
Of course, all the time. I mean, I guess, like I said, that's the artistic side of me, that there would be moments where I wouldn't know what to say in words, and it's normal. I think it's very normal, but at the same time, when that moment comes, it all just starts flowing.
But now this holiday season, I would like that you have like a wish list. I mean, what can you possibly want this
Wow,
Christmas?
for Christmas, so many. I mean, world peace. No, just kidding. Very beauty
Okay,
queen.
very
No,
beauty
no. I mean, I think even if I love writing, the biggest item on my wish list is to find the perfect pen. I think, yeah, even if I always carry a lot of pens, I've seen a lot of pens. It's like finding the right pair of heels for a woman or the right lipstick. It has to fit
I've never
perfectly.
thought of that in a pen.
Yeah,
I mean, it's still like
the way it feels on your hand, the way it rolls when you sign your name. I'm very particular.
So you haven't found?
No, I haven't, but I hope to find the perfect one for me.
Thank you so much for being
Thank
with us, and
you.
of course for sharing your stories and inspiring others to keep on writing and to keep on reading. Thank you.
Thanks, Christine.
And for all of you out there, please don't go away, because when we return, Rajo and Rissa will be sharing with all of you their top Christmas picks this holiday season. Welcome back to Shopping for the Holidays. And earlier, we sat down with Rajo and Rissa, and they both shared their journeys. Well, of course, the highs and the lows while pursuing their passion. But of course, it doesn't stop there. This part of the show, we bring you their top Christmas tips and picks this holiday season. Watch this. Part of the show where we ask you for your top 5 Christmas picks.
Fantastic. Okay, my first would be this Caran d'Ache super soft color pencils, which is a combination of colored pencils and watercolor.
Okay, now, I have to ask you this. From all of these colored pencils that you see here, why pick the Caran d'Ache?
Because it's really smooth and the colors are really strong. And I like the fact that it can be watercolor and a colored pencil.
Okay.
So that dual purpose really works for me.
Anything else? What else can we
We're moving there.
Okay, this one.
Okay, so my next pick, among all of these pens,
And you've tried them all.
Most of
I mean,
them.
you had to spend time to find out which one of this you like the most.
And this is my absolute favorite. It's called the Pilot High Tech
Okay.
B10 grip.
Okay.
I mean, really, because it's thick, it's luscious, it's smooth, and it's sort of like just rolls. It's beautiful.
It does. It's smooth.
It's
I
smooth
love
and
it.
it's sort of like really, a rich
stands out.
black.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Okay.
So it's just my favorite pen.
Are you hoarding them all? Can I don't buy them all?
I will leave you 3.
Leave me 3.
I want
And how
it.
much is it?
I
Oh,
want
it's okay.
it all. Not bad.
No.
I want
okay,
it
okay.
all. Okay, so my next pick is this amazing, wonderful thing.
What is that?
It's essentially a water brush.
Okay.
Which is like a pen that you put water, and at the tip are just paintbrushes. So you can actually use this very well with a carandache, and you know,
Okay.
you don't need a glass of water. It's all in there, so it's really convenient, and I love using it.
No, I like it because it would be a great idea even with kids. Because, you know, with my kids, after a while, my floor is a mess because the glass would spill. But this one,
And this is sort of
you
like a
don't need-
neater way
yeah.
to do it.
Great,
I love
great.
it. I found this.
Okay,
Which is
now tell us about
it's
this.
just a great little organizational box.
You know, I love boxes. I love any container things
Yeah.
because you can always use it for something.
Correct. But what's nice about this is it becomes sort of like for your little artists, you can put all their paintbrushes and their paint, and then look at this. It's sort of like you have your palette.
Yeah,
So you can sort of like, you know,
feeling like a little Picasso.
and then this becomes your easel,
Great.
and you can sort of like also sort of put your paper there.
Great. I can put all of my paints,
Yeah, and
my
then you paint
brushes,
as well.
and you can just
So it's
paint.
great. So it's sort of like art on the go.
And you said that this is local.
Yes, this is made locally.
And not only that, but the price is
Yeah.
really affordable.
Yeah, this
I love
this
it.
is a good. This
I
is
love
a good buy.
it. Thank you so much. You've taught me so much just for today. I'm a bona fide artist because of you.
And lastly,
Okay.
an artist should never leave home without a little sketch pad.
Now, tell me about sketch pads. We talked about pens, and of course, there are big differences. Is it the same when it comes to sketch pads?
No, there's different qualities, obviously,
Yeah.
and this is one of the better,
And
higher price
what
ones.
do you look for in a sketch pad? Does it have to be?
I look for the
thick, thin?
thickness of paper
Okay.
and the durability, and of course, I look for as many little pages as I can. So like this one sort of like has a lot of pages, 120. It's a good size.
It is. It's nice. You
So
can
it's
fit
nice, you
into
can
any
fit
bag.
into anything, and you can just sort of like sketch away and put it in your bag.
Wonderful. And how many sketch pads do you actually have at home?
Innumerable.
A lot. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us your top 5, of course, picks and tips for our
you for having
holiday
me.
shopping. Thank you.
I'm glad to be here.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Rajo and Laurel. And that was Rajo not only sharing with us his story, but shopping tips as well. So up next, we wrap up today's episode in a very special way with Rissa Mananquil Trillo. Okay, so Rissa, you've shared your story with us, but of course, you know, we want to also know what your top 5 picks or gift ideas would be for this holiday season.
Well, maybe I can start with one. I
Okay.
really like this card holder. It's made of leather and it's in a pretty powder blue color. And I think a lot of
Very,
people take for
nice.
granted card holders. I mean, it's not something you normally buy, but it's really important. The first impression you make when you give your card and you give your name, you know, says a lot. And it's the first few minutes that make the best impression.
And what's nice about this is that it comes in different colors.
Yes,
So-
this is a Japanese brand called Itoya, and you know, this color chart collection features everything from red, pink, orange, green, blue, black, brown. So no matter what color is your favorite, you'll find something.
There's always something for everybody here. I was thinking of the brown or the black one for my husband as well.
Yeah. Well, actually, this one is my second choice.
Okay.
So it's a pen, and like I told you, I'm searching for the perfect pen, but this one really caught my attention. So it's actually a collab, Paul Smith and Carandash. So I first saw this brand actually when I was traveling in Japan, and these pens are really like top of the line and very
Okay.
fancy.
What was it that you liked about this pen?
Well, it's very unique. The way it's sold is it's in this container, and it's so sleek that it can
Yes.
fit here, and it writes really well. And this brand, Carandash, is a Swiss brand that's known to harness the Swiss watch technology and put it in pens.
Okay.
So that little anecdote seems so interesting to someone like me who loves pens. And I also like these journals.
For you, you cannot live without a journal. You
Yes.
need a journal. How many journals do you actually go through?
I don't know, but I have a shelf in my little home office just full of journals and notebooks that I have not used, but I always pick up one as soon as I finish a notebook.
You actually finish a notebook.
Yes,
Do
because
you write every night? Are you
I'm-
that type?
yes, I have, you know, in the middle of the night, I'd get an idea, I need to write it down, or, you know, I have to illustrate something to my team and I'll draw it and
So what makes the perfect journal or notebook for you?
I think you have to love the design
Okay.
because you'll see it all the time. You'll carry it with you in
want
your
to
bag,
like
and
it.
it has to have meaning to you. So what I like about this line, this Kiki K, it's an Australian brand, but it's very Scandinavian in design, very modern, very now. So I think it's a good reminder of listing things that will make you happy, or if you're looking to achieve certain goals for 2018. And habits you want to keep or break, and they also have these nice little stickers for reminders. Yeah, so I like the detail because it's just not normal na printing. It has
Okay.
this embossed,
like embossed,
yeah. So, and it has this fabric feel.
Nice.
So very nice.
Oh wow, look at all of these.
I know it's like a wall of little knickknacks.
So from all of these items, is there anything that you like here?
I do love these notepads, which are to-do lists. I love making lists. Every single day, I make a new one.
And you always
carry it-
accomplish whatever is on your list.
And I think yes, and if I don't, I make a new list.
Okay.
So a new sheet for every day, and the fulfillment of putting that check
wow.
mark on a task you've done or
And I guess
crossing it out.
you being such a busy person, this actually helps you
Yeah.
keep you more organized
it
and
organized
focused on
and
what you need
pretty.
to do. And pretty.
And there are a lot of
Let's not forget pretty with you. I think that's also a main thing with you.
No,
Yes.
because you have to enjoy it. You have to like seeing what you use if you're gonna use it every day.
Okay.
Right. So I like these notepads. So they even come with a metallic.
different,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then these caught my eye because they look like little tubes of lipstick or mascara, but these are actually scissors.
I want to see.
Yeah.
This is
So cute.
And I like it because it's small, and then maybe it's easy to put in your purse.
Yeah.